Hey guys, Sasuke here and welcome back to the sick version of the Sunless Sea. So let's continue where we left off. I have decided I want a little bit more fuel as I'm nervous. And this time we're going to explore out to about here, right up. Then we're going to go up to the Bonnie reefs. We're going to circle back down and go downward. So I think we are going to hit Hunter's Keep, and then we're going to hit up to Bonnie's Reefs and then just come down. We'll come down to where we know the canal is, and then we'll hang left till we reach it. And that should be some pretty good exploration. Who knows what we'll find or what we'll meet. What is that? I'm pretty sure they won't fight us this close to London, right? Let's go ahead and turn this off. I don't think they will. I wonder if we got behind them, if we could beat them. It scares me because, I don't want to die, obviously. At the same point in time, think of all the goodies we could get. I really hope these guys don't start fighting us. Okay, they just disappeared. I'm assuming sorcery, magic, evil, dark magic. Like everything in this place. The Z is scary, man. I would never want to be here. I still don't really know very much about this place yet. Nothing new here, but we'll go ahead and search the island. We got the port report, and we'll bring the news to them. I say let's go out with Phoebe. Here's a story. Phoebe has a story to tell of two lovers parted by water, of a raven that carried messages, of a fragment of the moon. She beats time on the table as she speaks, as if the song only she can hear. The effect is hypnotic. Your attention drifts out through the skylight of the dining room to a false star glittering on the roof of the cavern. The drift like a puffball spore, the Enter-Z shimmers below. Islands lie like mineral specimens on black velvet. Ships revolve like wood chips between the islands. Vast spine things pulse in the depths. There's a scent like the scent before a storm. The storm came, says Phoebe quietly. Everything changed. Somewhere in there you finish the last course. The scowling maid reluctantly serves cheese and Bath Oliver biscuits. We've lost 5 terror. Hell yeah. We've lost all that hunger. We gained 2 fragments, a memory of a distant shore, and another supply. I'm all about that life. So let's just go up from here. We're gonna go up till we hit that island, then we're gonna hang right. Sighted a bat swarm. Where'd it go? Oh, we see it. Okay, now we really see it. It's gonna take us forever to get... I wonder if it takes them just as long to find their targeting in this, or if it's just us that take longer. I'll wait till they charge. Oh god, it's hard to see them. They're trying to run. Got them. Hashtag Cullingworth. What do we get? This will reduce, slightly reduce terror. I like that idea. We could get probably some food from it, but I'm just gonna dispose. We lost a terror. I'm down with that. Go ahead and get rid of that. Should we walk up to Vinterblight? It's just a little bit further, and we will get some more money from it. I think it's a good idea. It's not too much further than we would normally go. Sorcerer Tramp Streamer. One thing I wouldn't mind, if you guys could comment there, telling me what's an enemy and what's not an enemy. I get confused. Like, I don't know if this guy's gonna turn and try to kill me, or if he's a bro, because he doesn't seem aggressive. But then again, I've said that about some stuff, and then just murders me. So, I think when we come out of here, we're going to dip back down towards here, and then we're going to go right to the reefs, and then go straight down from there. Unless we find something interesting by Zibat. And then we'll head that direction for a little bit. We're going to try not to go too far off course, because I didn't bring enough supplies to go crazy, but we brought just enough. So, from what I can tell is then we're in some kind of giant cave. And it's called the Z, which is like the sea, but obviously not. We don't have that still. We can explore. Let's go ahead and gather the gossip. So we got the port report. Let's go ahead and explore. We've gained a terror, so let's see what we did. In a wide space behind the hollow temple, you happen across a stepped platform of sorts. Forward statues guard it, marked with glyphs all but lost to time and idle vandalism. They look a little like the glyphs that decorate the Echo Bazaar in London, though. At the heart of the platform is a long-filled well shaft 2. You poke about briefly, but something in the place makes you uneasy. A frost moth, the size of a farmer's hand, flutters down and perches on the well's edge. Another, a third, you retreat. So we got a tear and we gained 20 fragments. Okay, so we got scared, which sucks, but we also learned a little bit, so that's interesting. And that guy still doesn't care to talk to us. Can I leave? There we go. I'll say, that guy wasn't going to let me leave. He's like, no, Silkskin, you'll stay forever. We're taking a bit more damage than I'd like. Go and turn off that light. I always forget to turn off my light for some reason when I go and I go to port. I kind of wish everything was more explorable. Like, I wish you could get off your boat and explore, like, everything. Like, you could have your crew go investigate this, and it'd be like, there's a giant door stands before you to something that looks like an ancient temple that you would see, you know, on whatever. And then you could go further and poke about, and it'd be like little mini games on everything. That would obviously take like a infinite amount of time for somebody to create that many awesome stories, but imagine how cool that would be at the same time. So let's go ahead and poke that light back on. Got Pure Wall Point. Pure Wall Point. Like, again, I don't know if this guy's an enemy or not. No, it's a pirate, so I do know it's an enemy. So we're going to circle back around. Then we're going to try to get behind him, because I do think I want to kill him. He just ran into that. So let's slow down. Okay. Go ahead and shoot once. Follow closely. Shoot twice. Then we need one more shot. Look, he's trying to get away. Nice. Got the triple right before he could even get out of our sight. Good stuff. Let's see. Well, go ahead and open up the cache. Cask of mushroom wine. That's 23 bucks, man. 23 buckies for free. So we still have to go up a little bit to the right. We also got another secret, so let's go ahead and deactivate our combat. And who did I want to do? I think I like the pages. This is what I liked. Because that helps us level up a bit faster, so yeah. I'm going to do the pages for a little bit longer. I don't know how much longer, but at least a little bit. And it looks like we found a village or something. Dimmock's Island, I'm assuming, yeah. Some sort of beetle has invaded your morsel of the ship's biscuit. It's waggled its antenna impertinently. Okay. How about you don't get in my biscuits, you bastard? We could probably use a couple more Azalers, at least 2. Speaking of which, last time we went to London, we didn't see the thing where it's like people are waiting for you board. So, Iron and Misery Company Funging Station. Whatever that means. Let's go ahead and turn this off. We're close enough to an island. We shouldn't be too scared. Yeah, we're only at level 2, which is the same we'd be even if we had it on, so not too worried about it. Go ahead and see. Tea with the Factor. What is this? Unlocked when something awaits you as stories await when you next make port. Unlock learning about. So we can explore, accept a volunteer. One of the company's Bulgus fellers has negotiated an early release from her contract. It's the Froutlings, she tells you, her face bleeding. I keep picking them out of me. Porridge and me hair and me eyes. Take me away. I'm a good worker. Sounds kind of scary. We need to do this, so first let's do this. This tea with the Factor. Poor fellow needs the company. He can spare an hour away from his schedule. Sure. An interlude. You sit on the veranda of the factor's house, looking over the fungal jungle. An expanse of green and sour gold. The air is thick and hovering spores. The scones are stale. Even the tea has a hint of mildew. But the Factor is good company. He shares odd stories about the ice and roses of Irem, the monstrosities of the Sea of Lilies, and a little restaurant in Vinterblight where he enjoyed the most extraordinary seafood. Vinterblight, I know. I never met a tomb colonist who could cook, but you must visit the place. Do you know it? He also has a load of bulgus frond carted aboard your ship. He waves away your thanks. I have eaten so much of the stuff I fear that I might be transformed entirely into fungus. He leans confidently towards you. It happened, you know, but one does not have to eat rather a lot of it first. So we gain a supply. You've been told an exceptionally fine restaurant in Vinterblight, so I bet we can go back to Vinterblight and find something new. That's awesome. Three new fragments, and we've lost 2 terror. That's pretty damn cool. Let's go ahead and look around. Let's do a port report. Gather supplies. Some of the island's fungus is good to eat. Some is poisonous, hallucinogenic, and mischievous. Good luck. It could go either way, but it's a good luck. I say we try it. Let's just go. Gain 2 terror. You gained 1 supply. You're fortunate. Okay. Let's not try again. Seems too dangerous. Okay. Let's continue on. We'll continue down from here. We'll send out our Zabat every once in a while to look around. No island is within reach. If we find any more pirates, we'll try to engage them from a position that's favorable to us instead of them. And maybe we'll gain some goodies from it, I don't know. What is that? Oh, it's another ship where we could buy fuel. We're not in need, my young man, thank you. So we still have to explore this median area and this median area, but we are going all the way to the canals. That might be too far to go. I don't know, it kind of worries me. I think we're going to be a little lower on fuel than we thought. Looks like we aren't using much supplies, though we have gotten quite a few from our adventure. We aren't finding any fuel. I wish that was something people gave out readily. It's just like, oh, I got this excess of fuel here, just take some. The world is webbed with invisible lines. You've crossed one. Tighten them and it would split like a fruit. Distant bells. Okay, I guess we're close to something. No island in Zabat range. Go ahead and turn that off, save a little bit more of fuel. Pigmote Isle is to the south. I swear it's telling me that there's something closer than that, though. I feel like there's something to our left or something. So I'm gonna walk, or not walk, obviously. I'm gonna go a little bit this way and see if there is something. It could just be Pigmote Island, I don't know. I guess we're just gonna go down there. Yeah. Oh well. Oh, wait. Need our light back on. Getting too much terror. Holy crap. We're already at 17. The idea is not to get to 100, because I guess at 100 you go crazy or something. I've never had it happen. Oh, that music, though. Oh, man, that's Baby making music. Pigmote Isle. This place looks pretty normal. Nice little ship by the dock. This is glitched. Okay, that's not an enemy. So, discovered the dubious maelstrom. Oh, I see that down there. I need to not get caught in that. There trembles a breath of change passes. Okay, let's go ahead and dock. We might head home early with this, though, because we are running a bit low on fuel. Let's go ahead and dock. On a lonely desert beach. There is no habitation in sight, no market, only an old rotting dock. A stench of sand thickens into damp black earth, from which sprout stunted palms, not quite tall fungal growths, with frond-like caps, as if someone had sculpted the idea of a tree from a mushroom. Okay, let's see what awaits us. War. As you step on the quay, you hear clamor, shouts, and shooting. You can see off in the distance smoke rising from beyond the hills, and dots of fire flecking from the horizon. 2 tiny figures stand a little further down the quay, unmoving, as if awaiting your approach. A literary interlude. The following is an extract from the popular diary of Z Captain, From London to Iron. What we did there before we arrived, washed ashore on Mutton Island, and subsequently serialized in the unexpunged Gazette. The author's identity remains unknown. And this is way too much reading when you're sick. I love it. The tale of Pigmote Isle, in which a delegation is made, a choice is presented, war is declared, a most singular treasure is sought by all, a new empire is founded with tooth and claw. Okay, there's gonna be a lot of reading. let me get a drink, boys. Let me get a drink. I'm gonna mute my mic so I don't. Okay, I'm back in life. The figures were rodents. To my left was a ratus faber wearing goggles, a blacksmith's apron, and an assortment of tools. To my right, an unusually large guinea pig, wearing a helmet and breastplate, reminiscent of nothing as much as the high Middle Ages. The rat stepped forward first and bowed. "Welcome, Captain, to Rat Star Island. I am Edgar, second chief engineer of the 3rd Rat Brigade. I invite you to avail yourself of food and fuel at our expense. The only cost to you is a choice." The rat stepped back at precisely the same moment with what appeared to be the ease of a long habit. The guinea pig scuttled forward and made a declamatory chirp. "Welcome, Captain, to the Isle of Cavia. I am Lady Augusta Deverex Swinch of the Blackwater Swinches. Sensual to our King Gracenaw, first of his name, I invite you to avail yourself of food and fuel at our expense. The only cost of you comes a choice." The two stood at attention, looking at me expectantly. I spoke to the chief engineer. His eyes had a wave gold glint to them, and he wore his scars like jewels. I spoke to the seneschal. How did an armored guinea pig manage to look regal? I had heard more than enough. I was ready to make a choice. Let's speak to him. I asked the chief engineer to elaborate. He looked at me for a long measured moment before speaking gruffy. "We came to the island to make a home for ourselves away from London. It's cats and snuffers. It's rat skin suits. We came to live as citizens of our own republic. We came with our tools, our teeth, our clever hands, and we made a beautiful city by the lights of the Rat Star that shone bright and blue on Mount Ararat." The chief engineer nodded towards the distant hill. "One day we braved the depths of the chicken woods, and from the top of the Mount Ararat we plucked the Rat Star to be our light, our beacon. But the pigs of Kivi saw the light, and they lusted for it. They sent armies to rule us and steal our star. We will not permit them to take what is ours. We resist to our last breath. Will you join us in defeating them?" Let's speak to the Seneschal. The Seneschal, or something. The Seneschal cleared her throat with a delicacy to rival the Duchess's own before speaking. "Gracenaw, the king, our lord and sovereign, full 7 months had sojourned on the sea, conquered this land and won the southern main. Now no fortress against him shall remain, no city walls be left for him to gain, save the rats that squeak behind mountain. Unlikely was the lamb of our deliverance. Assured shall be our glories in their fall, when Our Lady's eye restored to be our hall." The Seneschal composed, then added, "We saw the truth and beauty by the light of Our Lady's eye on Mount Caveat, but the rats with their guns and their chatter and their peasant politics stole it from us. We will subjugate them and take it back. They are a rabble, and we rule them with steel-shod velvet of our paws. Will you join us?" Dude, I'm joining the rats. We're gonna join the chief engineer. He seemed grumpy but honest. Also, I knew all too well what rat-made weapons can do. Was it her charm or a fondness for London rat skin coats that swayed me? Perhaps a little of both. At any rate, I was keen to find out more about their civilization. Surely Wait, I attempt a broker at peace. Surely their commonalities were more numerous than their differences. Perhaps I could help them both get along. I don't know. I feel like they're not, though. And here's why. I feel like the guinea pigs came here from a civilized place, and they sound really uppity, and they want to take what's back. They want to take everything for theirs, like America did. Bunch of assholes looking for all the power, takes everything and gives people nothing. So, if I made them both together, I'm like 99% sure guinea pigs would be happy because they would be the high society, and the rats would be made the low society, and they were trying to escape from that in the first place. So I don't think that would be a smart idea. So I think I'm going to side with the chief engineer, because I understand what it's like to get away from that diversity and that craziness, and they came here on their own to find what was theirs, and they made a place for themselves. So I guess without knowing more of the story, that's who I'm going to side with. Let's go with the rats. I extend a finger to the chief engineer, who shook it grimly. The Shinshell hissed and chattered her teeth in disgust, but kept her distance. You've made the right choice, said the chief engineer. Let me show you around. We get memoirs. A rat in the making. Qualities now 1. You chose to help the rats. You've gained 1 supply and 1 fuel. Nice. The chief engineer led me to the northern side of the island. Skirting the chicken woods, we passed through a number of what can be termed checkpoints. As fierce-eyed rats shouldered their ringers and saluted the chief engineer, soon we came upon a small colony, smaller than some of the infestations I had encountered in the London flats. Perhaps only 50 ratus faber altogether, working diligently to fortify their side of the island. The first thing I noticed was a brilliant light beaming out of the stump of the chicken wood about 6 feet high. It bathed the whole settlement in a clean blue glow, and was almost too bright to look at. By its light I could see several raised mounds of earth, suggesting shallow tunnels. An efficient fishing operation was set up by the water, an albino rat mending nets while others stabbed sharpening sticks into the waves. Further islands was a barracks, where the sergeant barked drills at a small squadron of fighters. My arrival drew attention, and several rats paused their work to look at me curiously. Welcome to Marina, said the chief engineer, voice warm with pride. It's not much to look at now, but it will be once we've rousted the cavies. Take a stroll around while I summon the war council. With that, he vanished into the mounds and left me to explore. I visited the rats' barracks. I took a look closer at the rat star. I definitely want to do that. I headed down to the beach. I finished my exploration. I bet we can do all of these, but I want to do the star just in case it doesn't let us do all. The chief engineer led me to the northern side of the island. Skittering the chicken woods, we passed through a number... Okay, we've already read this. It's not a star, of course. Not really. But try explaining that to others. The chief engineer doesn't want me working too hard to convince him. Say this is better for morale, but just look at it. Look! She offered me her goggles. I managed to work them over just enough for one of my eyes to see the truth of what she was studying. It was scintillac, but unlike any I'd ever seen. Blue as sapphire, but more brilliant. Something about the clarity of its color was tremendously soothing. The chief science officer tittered with pleasure as I handed her goggles back. Those of us who's been to the Cavi side of the island and lived to tell of it say there's plenty of glow there, plenty of bright in the water all around, but nothing like this. We took this from the island center, Mount Ararat. Only it's not a mountain, of course, any more than this is a star. It's hollow. There's sweet water inside, coral and crawling all up the walls of it, but nothing that glows. Save this. It's ours now, and no one can take it from us. Okay. Let's go visit the barracks. I approached the drill sergeant and went so far as to salute her, which earned me a groan of satisfaction. The sergeant dismissed her troops and offered me a bit of chickenwood jerky to gnaw on. There's more of us below ground, she explained, but not enough. The cavies are bigger, and there's more of them. We've better with weapons, but haven't got the stuff to make 'em with. Most of us came here as stowaways and brought nothing but food, tools, and the fur on our backs. We can fish, and we nibbled the chickenwoods, but we can't make guns out of trees. The cavies came with their own stuff. Steamers, and seem to have an endless supply. We raid them sometimes, but there's so few of us we can never hold on to territory gained for long. But that's of no consequence. All we want is to be left to peace, to be left in peace to build our republic. At the Rat Star, she added thoughtfully after a moment. Of course, we want that too. Okay, let's go to the beach. Last place. An albino rat smiled up at me from his mending work, looking dainty and a little shy. Chickenwood floats, especially when it's dried out and sealed, so we're able to paddle out a bit and cast our nets. We come back with all sort of things. Blind fish, crab, sometimes a chunk of broken tentacle, but the fishing would never be so good without the Rat Star. He beamed. I think it only draws good fish and keeps the scary ones at bay. I know the chief science officer doesn't believe it, but I do. That light is our livelihood. Okay, I finished my exploration. Okay, I have nothing to offer but my advice. What is this? 49% chance. I offer my strategic assistance. We engineered a distraction that LBs could be used to plunder the Cavi's ship and turn the tide in their favor. 51%. I had a ship, I had cannons. We could steer her to the southern side of the island and have at those uppity animals. It's kind of scary to do either one. But I'm a man of action, man. Quote unquote, man. I really want to help them. 50%. So in Darkest Dungeon, when we have 50%, do we click on traps to try to get them to work for us? No. When we have 70%, do we? Sometimes. 80 plus? Almost guaranteed that we try it. So if I have to apply my logic here, I'm just going to say, no, we don't take this risk. 49%, 51%, we have our own goals and our own ambitions. While these could be great allies to have, they are really far out here, and we don't know how it's going to go. I had nothing to offer but my advice. The king took it in desperation, if not gratitude. A charge. The Cavies had the advantage over the rats. To prolong this much longer was a sure path to defeat. I advised them to put everything they had into one desperate assault on the beach ship. Unhappily, they concurred. The sound of gunfire and screed echoed as far away as my ship, where the crew and I sat and watched. Few of the rats that marched forward the day returned to the light of the precious rat star. Those that did return bloody and shaking, yet in triumph. It was as much as they could have hoped for, if hard to call it victory. So, Pigmote now is 3 conflicted. It's now quality 2 is danger. Hail Marina. Okay. Unlocked with 0 Bino Tinker. After all, what's a ship without a few rats? I mean, it says it didn't cost anything. They were crushed, defeated, and I could see their spirits broken. With the light of the rat star to guide them, they need an advocate. I intercede on behalf of the Cavies. We had eaten our fill and our business was concluded. It was time to continue our voyage and see what other wonders and terrors still await us. Let's do this. I don't know what this does. Let's try it. I appealed to the Chief Engineer's moral fortitude and a sense of fair play. Perhaps the Cavies suffered the loss of the light from the center of the island. Perhaps they were only trying to get it back, not steal it from the rats. The Chief Engineer looked troubled and shook his head. You fought one battle, Captain, he said gravely. We fought hundreds against them. They're monsters, pure and simple. The sooner we're rid of them, the better. Rid of them? I saw, by the light of the skyntillak, a dozen rats using the steam pinnaces supplies to build something that looked remarkably like a sausage machine. Okay. You've lost one, Pigmote on, new one, danger. Now we have an albino tinkerer. I'm good at fixing things, he said earnestly. I'd like to see more of the world. Nice, we have an albino rat. Your hunger quality has gone. There, you finish your dire entry and the final dregs of the rat. Surprisingly good wine. They line up to salute you as leave the victory banquet, escorting you to the ship through the foundations of their new republic. Yes, a new nation has been founded. We now have a port report, and that's all for now. So, Marina has not been kind to its enemies. Steal the rat star? You're crazy. I wouldn't steal that from them. They need that. Okay, what is this? The Cavies have little to offer except their gratitude. Successful improved Pigmote Island spirit. Watch for 2 supplies. 5. Survivors of the war have been sent to the swamp. Here they ponder their failure. Rat guards patrol from atop a spiked wall, passing the time by pelting the mud-slick guinea pigs with sharp rocks. Give us your cunning. We will help steal the lady's eye. The loss will crush their resolve. Dude, I don't want to, man. Smuggle food into the ghetto. The Cavies will little to offer except their gratitude. You know, we should do it. I feel bad for crushing their hopes and dreams. Let's just do it and see what happens. The regular gate guard do not dare search the hairless advisor. A few careful lies get you and your supplies through that instant. The starving Cavies have little to repay you in kindness, but offer what little they can manage to keep. Occurrence. We got a cash. Yeah, time passed on Pigmote Island, and we lost 2 supplies. That's fine. Let's see what we got in here. Cask of wine. Now we have 2 mushroom wine. Okay. So, I mean, we technically made our money back. Let's go ahead and leave. Oh my god, it's about 30 minutes. How far are we from London? We're pretty far from London. I'll say, let's go over here to the canal, and then we'll call that the episode. Now, that was extremely interesting, and I cannot wait to go back there and explore more. So, it was a war between, if you guys could barely understand me, I'm still sorry about that. The sickness is my voice all bogged down. But pretty much the gist of it, rats versus guinea pigs, and I pretty much had to choose which one I wanted to help. I decided to help the rats who had this giant star. Oh, I should have checked. I have to go back, damn it. Lick a Monkey Crag? No, that's a place I want to visit. I have to go see if they have any Skintalak in their shops, because that's what we needed, right? We need a Skintalak to complete our main quest at the base for the lady to tell us more information. Yeah, pretty sure that's what we needed. So, and they were talking about Skintalak, and the giant blue glowing one was one big Skintalak. So, let's see. Help Marina resolve a dilemma. An aide runs over. Hairless advisor, you returned us. Praise the tide. We need your wisdom once more. Okay. 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 Request repairs. We don't have any money, so I guess not. Let's go ahead and see what they got. Help them with an issue. How do you advise Pigmote Isle? A guilty rodent stands, his head bowed. The aide pushes him forward. Hairless advisor, this traitor stole food from our stores. Defeat a sick child, he claims. Do we show mercy or make an example of this wretch? His actions were understandable, if unfortunate. Insist an example be made of him. A new nation cannot afford to set such a precedent. No half measures. Insist the wrench be hung, drawn, quartered, and the pieces impaled on spikes to be a warning to all. I mean, he says, a guilty rodent stands, his head bowed. The aide pushes him forward. The hairless advisor, this traitor stole food from our stores to feed a sick child, he claims. So we don't know if it's true. Do we show mercy or make an example of the wretch? I mean, this is what I want to choose, because, you know, of course you want to feed your kids, right? You always want to, even if it's not your kid. If you saw a starving, sick kid on the street, of course you'd want to feed him. And he didn't have any money, so he stole some food. Is he lying? See, if he's lying, I'd want to choose this one. I would never want to have him killed and hung and drawn and quartered, but, honestly, I feel like this island, this nation just came to be. And this guy stole, and he shouldn't have, right? Like, a crime is a crime no matter what. You could say anything. I had to cast into the sea. A great god told me to, right? He could have said anything. So I think a new nation cannot afford to set such a precedent. I'm sorry, but I feel like that's what we have to do. Plus 1 Pigmote Isle Spirit, now 3 conflicted. You have 50 fragment, you've gained 1 Pigmote Isle Assimilation, 2 danger, gain 2 Pigmote Isle vulnerable. You've now resolved the dilemma for better or worse. That's all for now. Well, I guess there won't be people stealing anymore, hopefully. So let's go to the shop. There are no shops, damn it. 2 veils. 1 veil, 1 heart. So let's go 2 veils. Okay, well I guess we're leaving now. I don't know. I feel bad for killing that guy, but it's true. You don't want to start a precedence of letting stealing be a thing, right? Even if it is for the right reason, you shouldn't steal. But I mean, if I was forced in that situation, I would have done the same thing. What can I say? Man, got them big questions today. Those big questions coming in the works. So I'm gonna try to make it over here to the canal, and then we will call it an episode there. And the next episode we will return to London, and oh god, there's a shark. Nope. Light off. Lick a crag. Lick a crag. Lick a monkey crag. You gotta help me. Whoever named that was really drunk when they named that, I can promise you. He was just like looking out the side of the boat, and he's like, you know what that looks like? That looks like somebody licking a monkey crag. What did you say? You know what I said, boy. Wait, what is he saying? I feel like it's up or down, because I don't know if it's talking about this over here. You know, we'll just keep going though. We're close. We might go back to London this episode. It's already 35 minutes. But I said I wouldn't mind them going 30 to 40, so I think we might be able to make it back in time. As long as there's nothing too confusing to read here. Looks like our fuel reserves hung out pretty well. Well, ships thrown in the waters here. The crew grows wistful. They swap old stories of sunlit sea. We draw near the Guinean canal, the way to the surface. One day I'll go to the surface. Okay. Let's listen to the gossip. So we got gossip. Oh, we'll listen to the port report, which we've seen 100 times. Let's check the shops. Nothing out of the ordinary. So let's just go ahead and head back to London and see what we can find there. Maybe something new and interesting. I think if we find anything, unless we find them where we're hitting their backs, we're just gonna avoid it. I wouldn't mind finding another pirate to kill, but like kill them the way we have the last couple, where we don't take any damage at all. I wish I could get like a full view of this map. I bet this game is so beautiful. If you guys know, do you guys know if this is hand-drawn or not? We've entered a fog bank. Our gunners struggle to see our foe. That's fine. Don't worry about it. You know, there's an island. Oh. We can just walk away from him. No reason to kill him. But yeah, we can go up here to Mutton Island on the way out. We're all clear, baby. Get back in that fog bank. Yeah, we'll stop by here. I should have read the, not the port report of the last place, but the thing that we checked before that. I should have read that. That was a mistake. Drinks at the Cock and Magpie? No. Pick up a wretched mog? No, that cost a butt ton of stuff. Chat to a fisherman? A straightforward challenge. But Mutton Island suffers every gust and benefits from an inexplicably local fragment of weather, and the air and the hilltops sometimes carry interesting scents. Okay, 92%. You stand on the cliff top looking over the little village. Smoke from the chimney of the Cock and Magpie drifts straight upwards. As you watch, the smoke tilts and the sudden wind thins to a pencil smudge. Then nothing. The wind screams unexpectedly like a god cut in half. What a noise. It must have been the caves around the island, channeling the air. At least that's the most comforting explanation. Below you, the locals each take nips from a shared flask and make a toast towards the mainland. The wind is southerly. You've gained 25 fragments. That's all for now. You've gained 2 terror. That's not good. Okay. Let's go ahead and chat to the fisherman to get our port report. And then we don't need any of this other stuff. 20 echoes. No. Let's just go ahead and head on to London. We're running a bit low on supplies, but I think we're going to be fine. I'm going to just turn off my light since we're still close to the side here. Well, this guy's about to turn around. I think if we can sneak up on him, we should probably fight him. Let's go ahead and put our light on him. Okay, now we're gonna wait till he charges, wait till you see the whites of his eyes. Nice. So, we're only 8 hunger in, so we're gonna go ahead and dissect it. I don't know if it's worth it to do that, honestly. Because it seems like we gain so many more fragments from exploring. Like, it's not even worth it to just get 1. Maybe getting rid of 8 hunger would have been worth it. I don't know. Good question. Like, I wish we could get off our boat and go check whatever that is. That would be so cool. I could just imagine, like, this game is already amazing because of the lore behind it, but imagine if the gameplay was slightly more engaging, like there were more areas to check. Like, where normally you would go to the port right here. Imagine if they had those spots, like, on every island where you could go and check, and each island could have something completely different, random events that pop up and stuff. Now that would be amazing. At least I think that would be cool. I don't know. So, do we have anything to hide? We do have something to hide. Let's just do it. They scuff marks on newly scrubbed deck, take great pleasure in tangling the rigging. They find nothing more dangerous than a moldy ship's biscuit. Good, we have no suspicion now. Collect the messages. Another day for evening. A blind bruiser would like a word. Something has changed beneath and someone wants to sign on. Okay, let's go to our lodgings. We'll pick up our supplies. The Conte are threatening war as they always do. We've read this a lot. Okay, let's go to the rest of the city first. Hire on more crew. No, I don't think we need more right now. Ship of the dry dock. A new recruit who wants your attention. Okay. You want money. That's okay. Get dressed for Maybe's daughter. At the end of the rotting deck, a woman poaches on a suitcase. Both she and the suitcase are notably cleaner than anything else in view. Hello, where are you headed? And second thought, I don't mind. Can I come aboard? Yes, I'm an engineer, but I'm an engineer in a hurry. So you're an engineer. Increases veils, iron, and engine power. Okay, he increases veils by 8, which is a lot. This one increases veils, iron, and engine power. I wish we could see how much. Maybe we should. 30 though. No, let's just do this. Let's just pick up a... We lost a terror and we gained a crew. Good, good. Nothing to do with you. Let's check you. We have one thing to do with you. A memory of distant shores. Okay. We got more favor with him. 10 echoes. And that's it. Let's go ahead and speak with our main man with the plan. We'll submit our port reports. Been to Dreamox Gate, 1 fuel, 20 echoes, nice. Hunter's Keep, of course, we always go there, 1 fuel. Confirmed, yep. 5 echoes, Quaker's Haven, 1 fuel, 5 echoes. Vendor Blight, a fuel, 10 echoes. The Canal, 5. We only gained 5 echoes and a fuel, interesting. Pigmote Island. Are you quite certain this is a report you wish to make? So be it. You have a new accomplishment. Surveyed Pigmote Island. You gain 1 fuel, 10 echoes, 1 favor. So we're up to 7. And I think that's it for us. Because there were no more reports, right? Yeah. Okay. Oh, we got this too. He has repeated twice. This is the same thing we did last time, by the way, so it's actually nothing new. Even though it seems new, it wasn't actually new. So we've done the report reports. We've given him all the great information. We don't have any of that, so see if there's anything specific he needs. Just port reports right now. Let's ask for that fuel again. I think that went pretty well. 28%. But we should get any amount of it, right? You've lost 1, you gain 2 fuel, nice. As long as we gain the fuel, I'm fine with it. I feel like we're getting to that point where we really should consider repairing our ship. 25 echoes, 3. Okay, let's do it. As long as it didn't cost us too much money, because we need our money. Now, what else is there to do? Nothing with you. We've already done everything with you. London. We're probably going to do that to get rid of some of our terror. Lodgings. We've done everything here. I'll reduce terror, heal wound, and give you a restful night. Alright, let's do that. Let's go get a restful night. Lost a terror, lost 10 echoes, and a restful night. That's always nice. Still need that Skintalac, which I'm not stealing from those rats, man. There's no way. My luck, pretty good odds. 80%. You're fortunate. You've lost 5 terror, 10 echoes. You now have 1 recent news. A dapper chap, a likely lass. Someone whose name you do not remember. Let's go ahead and let's get it on with the likely lass. Lost 3 terror, you now have 1 of this. A locket with a likely lass portrait. Okay. I think that's all we need to do here, and we're just probably gonna call it a day. Is there anything we can sell? Hello? Not gonna be selling our gun. Is this any better? 8 hull damage, 18 hull damage. This is a forward weapon. This is a deck weapon. We don't have a forward area to shoot from. I don't think. So it wouldn't matter anyway. Probably need like 2 more supplies, 1 fuel. We can sell this up at Vinterblight for $3 more dollars. And I think that's where we're going to be heading anyway, and we can get $50 for the spider silk, so I'm going to do that. And that's going to do it for today's episode, guys. 45 minutes on WoW. If you guys like that, hit the like button. It means the world to me. It shows your appreciation for the series, and it means it's a green light to go ahead and make some more, and you guys are still enjoying it. This one's a little longer than expected. My voice is giving out, so I apologize if you guys couldn't understand me entirely. If you really need to, I left it on screen long enough. Go ahead and pause the video and read to your delight. So yeah. I'm still loving the game. It's amazing. The lore is great, and that Pigmote Isle thing was so interesting. I didn't want to frickin' take my eyes off the screen. But yeah. Comment and leave me any tips or tricks you guys can think of. Any ideas you know of, and all that good business. Or maybe just something I should do, like, hey, you should really go explore the Southwest because there's something interesting down there. Don't spoil it for me, but give me, like, a direction to go for something fun. And I'll definitely check it out. But if you guys liked it, feel free to subscribe to the channel. If you are subscribed already, recommend it to a friend. If you think we have the content that they would like, you know, feel free, just mention it casually. Like, yo, you should check this guy out, he's pretty cool. If you don't, hey, that's on you too, buddy. Anyway, hope you guys have the most amazing day in the whole damn sunless sea world. See you guys on the Untazee. See you guys.